Okay, so the first card you have for your past is the Hermit. Okay, so it's really interesting. I'm just looking at this Hermit, and it looks like, and the card underneath, the Five of Wands, it just looks like, it looks a bit like a fire, or, all these sticks on a fire, and he's kind of up on the top of it, looking down on them, and he's saying, don't burn me, don't light a fire under me. That's what I'm seeing, and I'm looking down. So, and it looks like they're creating all this chaos as well, and look at the way he's looking down, and he's saying, what are you doing down there? What are you doing? You're all making a big noise, you're all making a big mess, and I'm up here, I'm trying to meditate, and I'm all by myself, and I want to be left alone. So that's what I'm getting here with these two cards. I'm going to talk about them at the same time. I'm not going to talk about them individually, because they go together for me. I'm seeing this right away. It really feels like, stop the world, I want to get off. It's too much chaos, I can't stand it. And so it feels like you needed to heal. This was a time of healing for you, and you needed to be by yourself to do that, like this Hermit. And he's up above all the mess, all the noise, everything else, and that's what you had to do. I think you had people trying to rush you. I think they were rushing you through this healing that you had to do. They might have been saying, you should be over it by now. Why don't you go out and do this? Oh, I wasn't like this. It took me 2 months to get over whatever it was. It's taking you 5 months, or whatever it is, all sorts of nonsense, all kinds of things. I don't think they're all that horrible. I think they're, some of these people meant well, but it really, really wasn't helping you. You can't be forced to get over something quickly. You can't be forced to heal. It just takes the time that it takes. That's all there is to it. So I'm also getting these sort of really, this is really strange. It's cliches. Cliched phrases, really cringy things, like sort of like those sayings that you see sometimes, they come up on your news feed. I can't even think of one, but the really cringy ones. They're not all bad, but some of them are really, you roll your eyes when you look at them. So I think you were doing that. I think some people were giving you some really kind of cringy advice, silly advice. It didn't apply to you. And a lot of people were trying to impose their ideas on you. It feels like they were talking at you, and, they weren't trying to understand what your actual problem was. It was like, oh, this is the formula for this. You do that. And it's like, no, I'm an individual person. This is who I am. You're not really listening to me. You're not really doing anything. You're just kind of talking at me. It's like you're kind of lecturing me. So, it frustrated you, I think, especially the cliches, because you're a really verbal person. You're a very deep thinker. You don't have these kind of silly things. So, and you were just going through this really difficult emotional time, and none of this was helping. So you just had to get away in the end, rise above all the mess like this Hermit, and you just had to process everything all by yourself. You needed that space to think. So yeah, you were just being really, just kind of laying low for a while. I'm actually seeing a lot of texts coming in, messages. I think you're being pretty selective of, who you're answering. Maybe you let a lot of messages go, I think. But yeah, the overwhelming feeling here is, I want to be alone. I want to rise above this drama and people telling me what to do, and that's what this Hermit's doing. Okay, the other thing I'm seeing is stomach problems. I don't know if it was the stress of all these people bothering you, but yeah, obviously see a doctor if it's really bad, but I'm not seeing it is. But if it is, obviously, I have to say that, but I know you're sensible. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything really serious. It does feel stress related. It might be something else as well, but I'm just seeing you kind of really busy. It's right, I've got this to do, that to do, blah, blah, blah. And then you kind of feel this horrible feelings like, oh, I don't want to lie down or sit down. I'm really busy, but I have to. I absolutely have to. So you either just had to go back to bed or lie down, or maybe you're at work and you had to go home, something like that. And I think that was, again, if this is serious, see a doctor. But apart from that, I think that was also something that was telling you, your body telling you, to go and get some time to yourself, get some rest, lie down, do something. Sometimes your body forces you to do that. If you've ever had migraine headaches, I get them sometimes, and it's like if you're really, really, really stressed, it's like your body's saying, no, I'm going to put this headache on you, put this migraine on you, or the stomach ache, back aches, neck aches, that again as well. That can happen with stress. I'm going to force you to lie down. I'm going to make you lie down. So that's what happens sometimes. Anyway, the last card you have for your past is the Ten of Wands. Yeah, look at this. It was just too much for you. These people, this talk, everything. It's like, leave me alone, leave me alone. So you did that. You got that time to yourself. You might still be in this hermit mode a bit now. This thing you had to heal from, it just feels really like, it feels like something was one-sided. And yeah, it's a love connection. But again, I'm seeing lots of people around this as well for some reason. I don't know why. There's lots of people around you. It feels like a lot of pressure. It feels like pressure coming from an opposing side, if that makes sense. It's like you're on a tennis court and someone's on the other side, and they're just throwing lots and lots of tennis balls at you really hard. So it's like an opposing side putting pressure on you, and lots of people, lots of hits coming at you. So it might be there was pressure coming from their side of the family. Yeah, I'm seeing children around this as well. So it feels like you were trying to put everything into this person, maybe because it might be because of children, it might be for the sake of the children and the relationship as well. Yeah, you're putting everything into this, and there's a lot of pressure coming in from a lot of different angles. Okay, I hate to say this, and I hate that this is negative, but I think you might have been through a similar situation before with someone else, maybe an ex, and an ex before this ex. So it feels like you're even more determined to make this work because of what you went through before. It's like, I've been through this, it failed, it didn't work, I'm super determined to make this work. That's the kind of thing I'm getting around this. So you worked really hard to try and make this work. Look at how hard this man's working. So, I think when this didn't work, it might have felt like a double hurt. It just feels like, oh, not again. Why is this happening to me again? So, yeah, if this is you, I just want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. I don't know if you've been left with children. It might be that as well, because I keep on seeing children. Or, if you do have children, there might be internal pressure as well to kind of make sure you're okay for them and you're not kind of falling down or feeling terrible or crying in front of them. It might be that kind of pressure as well, just to kind of make things stable for them. Again, take your time, heal yourself in your own time. You know yourself. No one else knows yourself. No one else knows you, I'm trying to say. Yeah, there's no time limit. There's no right or wrong. Just take care of yourself. Take it easy. Heal yourself in your own time. That's what I'm seeing. I'm sorry about that buzzer. That was some silly noise going on in the background. Okay, so the first card you have for your presence, the Ace of Pentacles. Absolutely fantastic. I love this card. This is a fantastic card. Obviously, I like this card. Okay, so this is newness, positivity. And yeah, this is another reason why you needed to be by yourself. I think you might still be by yourself, actually. Because, for this newness to come in, new ideas, positivity, all these new things, if you want these things to come in, especially ideas, you need space in your head. You need space in your head to let them come in. Now, you might still be healing, so it might take some time for you to see these new ideas come in, because your head's kind of full of these emotions and all of that kind of thing when you're still healing. But I don't want you to stress about this timing. I don't want you to think, oh, I'm still not feeling I'm still not feeling right. I'm not going to see these opportunities. I'm not going to get the ideas. Don't worry about that. It's going to come in. Again, these are all positive things that are coming in, ideas for all sorts of different things you could do to make life a lot better for you. All things are brought to us at the right time, things and people. So, if the right person or the right thing comes along at the right time, perfect. If the right thing comes along at the wrong time, it'll come back later. And the rest is, wrong thing, wrong time. We don't want that. And there's no right time for a wrong thing. So anyway, I'm getting you all confused. I'm sorry about that. So there are a few things I'm seeing here. The first thing is I'm seeing learning. It feels like studying. It feels like you've finished some studying. So you went through a period of study, you finished, maybe it's a degree or something, you finished that. Now there's this feeling of, yes, I finished this, I feel satisfied, that's done. But then there's some kind of extension of that, or it's like, when you finish this last thing, maybe you plan to go further later on or something like that. And now is the time, now is the later on. So, this is a really good time for you to start. That's what this is telling me, the second part of this or the extension or whatever it is. And this is going to help you to go forward in a lot of areas of your life as well. Opportunities are going to come from that as well. So this might be a stepping stone in this Ace of Pentacles to get to where you want to go. Obviously there's money here. So this is something else. Yeah, there's money. There's money that you should have. There's money you should have. You should have it in your hand, actually. I'm seeing it in your hand. It's not there, but it should be there. It feels like this is something you might already be pursuing this, or if you're not already, this is telling you that you can and you should. And you absolutely can have this. This is the Ace of Pentacles as well. You can have this. You can do this. It's really just about taking something that's already yours. It is yours. Obviously you're going to have a much brighter future if you go after this thing. It feels like a decent amount as well. So go after this money. It's there. It's yours. It's for you. For some reason you don't have it and you should. That's what I'm getting in that card. And it's something that you can do yourself. You can go after this. You can get this yourself. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense to someone, because this is something that is yours. I have to keep on saying that. It is yours. This money is yours. You have to work for it. You have to do something, but it's yours. Okay. The next card you have, your present, is the Ace of Swords, 2 aces. When you have 2 aces, this is an important reading for you. So maybe that's why I feel compelled to, say the same thing over and over again, so that you understand it. I don't know, this follows on from the Ace of Pentacles to me. It's about the same thing. It's about this money. Now, okay, I'm also getting, I'm seeing writing. That's the first thing I'm seeing when I look at this. Getting your point across, having your say, obviously studying as well. So there's that. So with this money situation, again, I have to say this, it's your money. It is yours. It is your money, but it's not in your hands. What you do have in your hand, though, is this sword, because you're a verbal person and you express yourself really, really eloquently. I'm seeing that really, really clearly. You like to speak, you can get your point across, you can say things, you can get a feeling that's inside of you across to someone else, and they'll say, oh, that's amazing. Okay, I understand that. I actually feel it as well. Very, very, very special skill to have. It makes me think of that quote. This all makes me think of that quote. I'm probably paraphrasing. It's, the pen's mightier than the sword. So instead of a sword in your hand, you've got a pen in your hand. This is for you. This is your weapon, is your pen. You can get your point across, you can have your say to help you to get this money back to you. Obviously, this is getting your point across in writing, because I'm seeing writing all over this. Now, there might be some kind of litigation around this, because this card can be about that as well. I hope there isn't, because that can be a really huge, expensive pain. It might not be. It might be something else. There might be some other way to use your words, writing letters, emails, all of that kind of thing, to get your point across, and to get this money. Okay, it looks like someone has this right now, and it should be yours. There are two opposing sides on this card. And I'm also just looking at these mountains at the bottom. They're pointy, they're rocky. So you have a rocky past with this person, whoever this is. Might be an ex, actually, because when you see barren rocks in a background, it's like this is in your background, this is in your past. And it's like, I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back there. There's nothing growing there. It's not fertile. It's all barren. There's no life left there. So you have a rocky past with this person. You don't want to go back to them as well. So might be an ex. If this resonates, write the letters. That's all I can say. Write the letters, write the emails, whatever you need to do. Again, I have to say this to you. This money is yours. It belongs to you. And when you have the Ace of Pentacles, you can have this. You can have this. I hope that makes sense to someone. Okay, so the last card you have your presence, the Two of Wands. Yes. Okay. I think maybe there are probably still parts of you, or there's a part of you that misses this ex, still misses this ex. That makes sense, actually, because you're probably still healing. You're looking forwards. You've got your whole life ahead of you, like this man. He's looking forwards. He's got the world in his hands as well. But it's sort of like you want to be enthusiastic. You want to be like, okay, it's my time. I can do this. I can do that. And you probably think you should be enthusiastic, but there's still this old energy of this person around you. You are moving forward, but there's still this, it's sort of like a shadow behind you. There's a wand behind this man, and even though he's looking forwards, this wand's behind him. It's bolted to the wall. I'll just lift it up so you can see. You can see it's bolted. So, it takes time to unbolt things. So it's going to take time for the shadow of this person to leave you. And I think you know that. Okay, I'm getting this other thing as well. It feels very, it's a horrible feeling. I'm getting this, talk to me. I want to talk to you. You have to talk to me. You have to talk to me. That's what I'm getting. It's a repetition of that over and over again. It actually feels like messages. You might be getting lots of messages, texts. Someone's trying to push themselves. Yes, someone's trying to push themselves onto you. That's what I'm getting. And you don't want to talk to them. You're not interested in them. You've already been through this bombardment in the Five of Wands. And, of course, you don't want to feel like that again. But even if you weren't, if they weren't bombarding you, I don't think you'd be interested in this person anyway, actually. Just watch out, because you've got the Eight of Wands here as well. And that can be about bombardment of, communication. So, they're probably going to escalate this at some time. So, expect a lot of these messages. It just feels horrible. It feels really claustrophobic. It feels like being backed into a corner, actually. Just remember, you're not obliged to talk to anyone you don't want to. Apart from the obvious, like, bosses and people like that. But, just remember that. You're a really strong person. Remember who you are. And you don't have to speak to anyone that makes you feel uncomfortable. This is actually making me feel very uncomfortable when I'm looking at this. I'm really feeling this. It's a horrible feeling. This is someone you want to block. This is someone you want to keep away from. That's what I'm getting there, if this resonates with you. I think you know that. Get away. That's the feeling I'm getting there. Okay, so the first card you have for your future is the Eight of Wands. So All right. What I really want to point out to you is, and I'm seeing this all over this reading, if you're in the middle of this kind of slump where you're just feeling a bit down, you're kind of healing, but you're not quite ready to move forward, and you don't want to move back, and you're just not feeling yourself, you're kind of stuck there for a while, just know this. You're going to get yourself back, and you'll feel even better than you were originally. You really will, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and you've got this card as well, which is about pushing forward, forging ahead. Now, what I'm seeing is you're usually this kind of person that's in this card. If you want something, you go for it, you try really hard. But I think right now what I'm getting is you really don't quite feel yourself yet. And don't be hard on yourself. That's understandable. If you're healing from this situation, of course you're not going to be feeling yourself. That's absolutely normal. So don't push yourself to feel better sooner. Just let this happen. And you know this logically, but sometimes knowing something logically isn't the same as feeling it. So again, you'll get your old self back. Just looking back at the Two of Wands again, I think again, you want to move forwards, but you're hesitating. And this is all just telling me that when the time's right, and you'll know when that is, you'll start really, really pushing ahead again. It's going to happen really quickly, really, really suddenly. It might take you by surprise. You're suddenly going to go, oh, I'm ready to move forward. So, if you have plans now, and if you have some ideas now, whatever that is, whether that's for studying, travel, because the Two of Wands can be about travel as well. Start planning things now. Get all your plans into place, and then you'll be able to act right away. As soon as you feel that change, as soon as this feeling comes, you can just start acting. So get that ready now if that all kind of makes sense to you. Okay, so the next card you have, your future, is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, turn around. The wheel turning around. Things are going to turn back around for you. And I think you're probably getting all these cards to kind of reassure you, because I am getting that kind of slumped feeling that, oh, am I ever going to get myself back together again? You are. It's everywhere here. You are going to get back together again. But just go with the flow. Just rest in how you're feeling. It is going to come back. Okay, I'm just seeing this. I have to tell you this. I don't want to tell you this, but I have to. Okay. I think this ex might want to contact you again. Yeah, they're going to come back around to you again. And I have to say, I'm really not getting a good feeling around this. I don't know why they want to talk. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it's about. But yeah, there might actually be some things that you want to discuss with them as well, because it feels a little bit unfinished. Not that the relationship's unfinished, it just feels like there might be some things that need to be said, or that you'd like to say. But yeah, the message here is, it's just guard yourself, because I'm just looking at the Sphinx on this card. It's right on the top of this wheel. He's sitting there, he's got his sword up, and he's guarding himself, because there's this snake and there's this jackal coming up around in this wheel, and he's guarding himself against that. Who's coming around? Who's coming back around to me? I have to guard myself against them. Now, if you do have anything you want to say to them, yeah, I don't want to tell you what to do. I really don't. But if this is you, I just want to tell you this. Just from what I'm seeing here, you can take this advice, you can leave it, you can do whatever you like. I don't mind. I think you should make sure you're in control of this. I think you should only talk to them when you're totally healed, when you're 100% healed. And also, when it suits you. If they want to talk to you, it should be on your terms. Don't sit there going, so when do you want to talk to me? Okay, I'll meet you. No. When you're fully healed, if they come back when you're not, you might have to say to them, no, I'm not ready to talk to you yet. No, I'll tell you when I'm ready. And then you can tell them when you feel ready. You can set the time, you can set the place, you can set the date, you can set everything. You need to be in control of this. That's what I'm getting there. That's just what I'm seeing. Don't have to do that, but that's what I'm getting from what I'm seeing here. So yeah, I'll just go on to the next card, which is the Two of Swords, and it's kind of about the same thing, because I hate seeing this card at the end, but I think, yeah, this is another message. If you engage with this person before you're ready, before you're totally emotionally ready, there's just this risk here that you're going to just fall back into these old patterns of like talking about old arguments, things that happened a long time ago, bringing things up like,